Every farm has its own story. Some stories begin with chickens, others begin with crops, and sometimes a new chapter begins with a decision that could shape the future of the entire farm. As the sun rises over our village, life moves at its own gentle pace. The ducks begin searching for food, neighbors lead their cattle to fresh grazing fields. The sounds of nature remind us that farming has always been about working with the land, not against it. Here at Cholla Farm, we've spent years building our poultry enterprise, but one lesson farming continues to teach us is this: never depend on just one source of income. A resilient farm grows by adding complementary enterprises that support one another. Today, we are taking that next step. Today, we welcome our very first Kienyeji goats. Before bringing any animal home, preparation always comes first. This small mud house has served different purposes over the years. Sometimes it was simply a place where the team rested during the day, and today it's beginning a completely different journey. Because of the rainy season, the floor had become muddy and damp. For goats, that's not ideal. Constant moisture creates conditions that can contribute to hoof problems, parasites, and an uncomfortable environment. So before the goats arrived, we raised the floor using murram to improve drainage and create a much drier surface. This isn't a permanent house. It's simply where we are starting. One thing I've learned over the years is that growth doesn't always begin with perfect infrastructure. Sometimes you begin with what you have, improve it as you go, and allow the business itself to finance the next stage. Many successful farms didn't begin with expensive buildings. They began with commitment, patience, and consistent improvement. The journey home is very long, but for these goats, everything is about to change. A new environment, new surroundings, new caretakers. Transport can be stressful for livestock, so keeping the journey calm helps reduce unnecessary pressure on the animals. Watching them step out of the pickup for the very first time is a special moment. Every new enterprise starts with a single decision. For us, this is that moment. And before thinking about feed, we first offer them clean drinking water. As you know, transport even over short distances can leave animals thirsty. Allowing them to settle quietly while drinking helps reduce stress and encourages a smoother transition into their new environment. Good livestock management often begins with the simplest things: clean water, a calm environment, patience, and sometimes that's all an animal needs to begin feeling at home. Once they've had enough water, it's time for their first meal. Unlike cattle, goats are natural browsers. They prefer leaves, shrubs, vines, and young tree branches rather than grazing only on grass. This makes them well suited to many rural environments where natural vegetation is abundant. One reason we chose Kienyeji goats is because they adapt remarkably well to local conditions. Compared to many exotic breeds, they generally require less intensive management. They tolerate local weather better. And they are naturally hardy. They make good use of locally available feed resources, and they are often more resistant to common diseases and parasites when managed well. For small-scale farmers, these qualities make them an excellent starting point. They are practical, affordable to maintain, and they fit naturally into mixed farming systems. Inafanya kazi. After settling in, it's time to explore their new surroundings. Goats don't just eat, they explore, they investigate. They are naturally curious animals. One thing you'll quickly notice is that they spend much of their day browsing rather than simply grazing. This behavior allows them to utilize vegetation that many other livestock ignore. That makes goats valuable in integrated farming systems. They help manage unwanted shrubs while converting natural vegetation into valuable livestock products. Watching them settle into the landscape reminds us that farming isn't just about buildings and equipment. It's also about understanding how each animal fits within the wider ecosystem. As the day comes to an end, the goats return to their temporary shelter. The first day has been calm. They've had water, they've explored, they've browsed, and they've begun adjusting to their new home. For now, this modest shelter is enough. But just like every other project here at Cholla Farm, this is only the beginning. Our vision is to continue improving their housing, management, and breeding program as the enterprise grows. Every successful farm is built one step at a time. Today marks the beginning of another exciting chapter at Cholla Farm. From poultry to goats, every new enterprise teaches us something valuable about patience, planning, and sustainable growth. Over the coming weeks, we'll share this journey with you, how we manage these Kienyeji goats, what we learn along the way, the challenges we face, and of course the progress we make together. If you've ever thought about starting goat farming, I hope this series encourages you to see that every successful project begins with a single step. You don't have to start big, you simply have to start wisely. If you enjoyed today's documentary, let us know in the comments. Have you ever kept goats? If so, what is the most valuable lesson they've taught you? If you're new here, welcome. Karibuni sana to Cholla Farm, where we actually document the real journey of building a diversified and sustainable farm in rural Kenya. Thank you for watching. Take care, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next episode.